my channel. My name is Bettina and I am the makeup enthusiast. Today I'm going to be showing you my everyday work makeup that I've been wearing to work lately, and it's all using products that are featured in my project pan. So if you want to see all the products that are featured in my project pan for this year, I will leave a link up in the corner up here in the cards, so go check it out and see what products I'm trying to use up this year. And without further ado, I'll get on to the mini tutorial where I show you what makeup I've been wearing to work lately. First of all, I've got the McNamara Miracle Skin Transformer Vanish. It's a instant imperfection corrector, so it's one of those like pore filling primers. The line there, that's where I'm up to in my project pan. I'm making good progress on this at the moment. I think I might probably have this finished by the next update. Now I have found that it's best to try and press this product in as much as possible. It does kind of ball up a bit if you rub it in too much. Then I've been going over the top with the Benefit Girl Meets Pearl. Now I've just been trying to use it up, obviously. I haven't really found a way I like this yet, but I've just been taking a small amount, about that much, and just rubbing it mainly like on the tops of my cheekbones up here, but then just like rubbing it all over the rest of my face, but focusing it on those cheekbones and trying to keep it away from the center, my T-zone, where I get really oily. Next I go in and apply, you're probably going to think this is really weird the way I've been doing my makeup, but it's been working, and it's been successful for helping me use up my project pan products. So if you've seen my project pan, you know that I've got a lot of these little Benefit tints in it that I'm trying to use up. Now I have been focusing on this Benetint at the moment, which is the really ready, deep ready kind of one. What I've been doing is pouring a little bit out onto my little metal palette that I've got. So I just take the little brush in there and dab it onto the palette, and I do go quite heavy handed with this because I'm putting it under my foundation. I go quite heavy-handed with it so you can still see it after I've put my foundation on top, and I just find it is quite nice and natural. And then I take my little elf stippling brush that I have. These brushes are amazing. They're about $3 or something from Kmart, and it's so good. And then I just And as I said, I do go quite heavy-handed with this, because if you don't, you can't see it when you pop the foundation over the top. I then grab my beauty blender, and I forgot to wet this before starting filming, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, so beauty blender, and I just kind of blend out those edges a bit, just so it's not so harsh. I know I look like a bit of a clown at the moment, but hold fire. So next I go in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I'm still struggling with this one to find a way where I like to use it, and what I've found is just the tiniest little bit under my eyes is enough. I find if I go overboard with it, it gets too much. And then just go in with my beauty blender and blend that out. Then I go in with my L'Oreal True Match, and I think I'll probably have this one used up pretty soon as well. When I do use it up though, I'm going to add another foundation into my project pan. If I find that I'm using up a lot of products, I'll do it like a bit of a rolling project pan and keep adding products in as I go. So when I pop this one on, I put it straight onto my beauty blender or my metal palette that I had before, and I do some dots in mainly the center of my face, and then blend out from there. it's not showing up on camera, but it is a little bit in person. If I do find that I've gone a little bit too heavy-handed with that Benetint, I just grab a little bit more foundation and build it up on my cheeks a little bit more. I don't find this foundation is the greatest at giving me full coverage and covering all my spots and dry patches and redness and whatnot. It's okay, it's fine for work, like for work. Then I go in with the Benefit Sunbeam. This again is another product that I'm kind of struggling to figure out how to use, but I just been dabbing some on my metal palette, and then I just grab my beauty blender and just bump it on my top of my cheekbones. I'm probably not even going to pick up on camera because I'm so pale. Most days for work I probably would skip this step of the Sunbeam, mainly because I sleep in and I don't give myself enough time to get ready. Whoops. Next, because I haven't yet set my concealer or my foundation, I just go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte, and I use this under my eyes. I don't really have a brightening powder for under my eyes to use at the moment. It's on the list to find a nice one. If anyone does have a nice under eye brightening powder that they would suggest for somebody with really oily and really pale skin, leave it in the box down below, leave it in the comments, and I'll definitely add it to the list to check out. And I use my favourite powder brush of the moment, is my Hakuhodo brush. And I do put on quite a lot of this powder. Mainly because when I go to work, I couldn't be fucked blotting and repowdering. So I pop a shitload on at the start of the day in the attempt to try and make my foundation last a little bit longer, because I'm too lazy at work to reapply powder. Next, I've been doing my eyes. So I first go in with the MAC Painterly paint pot, and I just slap this all over my eyelids, and I do pop this all the way up to my brow bone. While I find a clean brush. I don't know about you guys, but do you sometimes wish you could pay somebody to clean your brushes because it's such a pain in the ass to do? I wish somebody would just come into my house and clean my makeup brush, or I could just buy more makeup brushes. So next I go in with, this is probably the only product that's not in my project pan, but I've been using, I don't even know what colour this is, let me have a look. It's a Makeup Geek eyeshadow. And it's Beaches and Cream. So I grab Beaches and Cream on a big fluffy brush, tap it off, and just, what's the word? Put it all over my eye, right up to my brow bone, just to set that paint pot. I suggest when you do this, make sure your brush is clean, because I used a dirty brush yesterday and I looked like I'd been punched in the eye. It wasn't a good look. I had to frantically do some blending. Oops. Tales of a lazy girl, hey? Does anybody else have that problem? They're so lazy that they end up looking like they've been punched in the eye because they're too lazy to wash their brushes. So nothing special here, just slapping it on. Next I go in with either the Mercier Rosegold Caviar stick or Moonlight Caviar stick. I think I've been mainly going with the Rosegold for work. I know you're probably thinking this is a bit weird because I've done cream powder, now I'm putting more cream on. But it's been working for me, so don't you be judging. So what I do with this is just slap it all over my eyelid. Like I literally just, like, I'm not precise about it at all because I'm gonna blend out the edges in a minute. So just slap all this over the lid. And then just grab like a crease brush and just blend that out a bit. Make sure your crease brush isn't dirty. Next I grabbed my Hoola mini sample bronzer, and now I'm grabbing my it's like a pointed crease brush, just because I'm trying to keep my brushes clean. And I'm just popping this on my outer corner mainly, just to try and give that rose gold cream stick a bit of dimension. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but when it comes to makeup for work, I don't really give a shit. That's really bad, but I like to look presentable and I like doing my makeup, but because I can't really wear dramatic makeup and use pigments, like I like doing, like having fun with makeup for work. So I just slap it on and do whatever. And then I'm just gonna grab my crease brush again that I used for that makeup gig shadow, and I'm just gonna blend out those edges again. So that's that, nothing too dramatic for work. If I am not going to work, I probably would put some winged liner on. But for work, I just do eyeshadow and mascara. I don't worry about putting winged liner on. For work, I don't really wear winged liner. I just wear mascara and eyeshadow. So if I was doing this makeup look for like weekend or something, I'd probably throw on some winged liner. So I'm just going to apply some mascara. This one's not in my project pan, just any old mascara will do. I didn't feature any mascara in my project pan because I didn't really see the point, because you're supposed to throw them out every 3 months. Whether you do or not's another thing. In and do my brows. I usually slap on a bit of the darker colour first and then do a little bit of the lighter one. So firstly I comb out my brows. Lastly, I go in with my Soap and Glory Sexy Motherfucker gloss stick, and this is in Nudist. So there you have it, guys. This is my go-to work makeup using only my products in my project pan. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, let me know if you've got a project pan going. I'd love to know what products you're trying to pan this year. Hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see more from me, and thank you for watching. And I will see you next time, makeup enthusiasts. Catch you later.